Department here with Dr. Narcisse. Today, our police officers was dispatched when we received a call that originated from the suicide hotline. According to this complaint, we had a bomb threat at Baton Rouge Magnet High School on Government Street. According to the call, the suspect said there was a bomb and that he also had a gun. Our police officers were immediately dispatched, as well as the sheriff's office personnel as well. The school was immediately placed on lockdown while this incident was being investigated. There are several investigations going on. Our intelligence and detective division trying to track down the person responsible for the call. Our special operations team, along with the sheriff's office, was dispatched here, secured it. The sheriff's office bomb detection canines were on scene and are doing a search to make sure that this facility is secured, and as well as the surrounding area. Based on what we know at this time through our investigative efforts, that similar calls were placed to schools around the state. We have learned that a similar call was placed in the Houma area, a threat towards a school, a Denham area, a school in the Denham area, as well as a school in the New Orleans area. This is an active investigation. Some of the details may change as the investigation continues, but our main concern right now is the safety of the students that are in this school. That's why Dr. Narcisse and I are here to make sure that our kids are safe, and I'm going to ask Dr. Narcisse to speak at this time.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chief Paul. As the Chief shared with you, we got the call. What's really important for us is for our students to be safe, and for families to know that we're trying to make sure that safety is first. When we arrived, I did get to talk to the principal and candidates, and they had constant communication and getting students to make sure that they were in their lockdown in their schools, and they're following the protocols that we need to do. And it seems to be, at least from my conversation with her, that things are pretty calm in the school right now.
What can you tell us about Catholic High or St. Joseph's Academy? We heard that they're on lockdown as well. Anything related to that y'all can share with us?
The only call that we received was this particular school that came into our 911 system. I'm not familiar with the other schools that you're speaking of, but with the threat in those schools.
The question I have is about the students. How were the students piled inside? How were they protected inside?
Yeah, so right now we have what they call a lockdown procedure. So whenever a school has a bomb threat or any situation, the school leader will call a lockdown. Once that lockdown happens, kids are sheltered into their classrooms, and then we just follow protocols from there. No one can get in and out of the building, and we go through that process. And when we arrived, as I was talking to the principal, it seemed that everything was going in place, and just trying to keep her informed as she would inform her team and our staff around what's going on. We try our best to keep it as calm as possible, so people are able to follow the procedures.
Chief, why was there such a massive response?
Well, look, anytime there's a threat at a school and involve our babies, we're going to respond accordingly. I think the response to date was appropriate. As many assets that we can get on the scene and try to determine what was going on. We deployed our drones as well as our special response team. We had an incident commander who was briefing us along the way until we determined that there were similar type threats at other schools, and that once we, the canine dogs that are trained in detecting some type of explosive devices, once they render the facility safe, so that we can continue on in school and release these babies back to their families. So I think it was the appropriate response, and anytime we get any threats at any school involving our kids, we're going to respond with as many assets as we have available.
No local businesses were received a bomb threat either, or anything like that from the surrounding areas?
This is the only bomb threat that we were dispatched to on our 911 system.
How long are the students going to be on lockdown? When can they expect to go home?
Yeah, so we're going to lift up the lockdown shortly, and we should be able to get off at our regular time at 2:25. We already have buses ready to come pick up, so about 2:25 kids get off.
You said it came through the suicide hotline. Was there been any contact with that individual, or can you share any of that?
This incident is still on investigation. The identity of the caller is still under investigation at this time. And we will be coordinating those investigative efforts with those different jurisdictions that I talked about: Houma, New Orleans, and Livingston Parish in Denver.
How did y'all learn about the other threats at the other schools?
Well, through our investigative efforts.
All right, thank you.